But a buddy is more of a call a friend function.
Yeah.
Okay, I heard from my manager that I need to get from point A to point B, but I need some ropes in between.
So the buddy can like,
the
help
buddy
you.
is the one that stretched the hand out. It's like, here, lie, take my hand. You know?
The manager is the one at the
flag there.
point B, right? Holding the flag.
Yeah,
Come,
it's like, come,
come, lie.
find your ways.
Yes.
Happy 2023!
Yay!
Hello, it's the new year.
Yes, welcome to Kiasu Design Life. where we-
2023 version.
Yes, and I'm your co-host Adila.
I'm Hsuan, and yay! So happy for the new year.
So how was your new year, Hsuan?
Oh, my new year, very funny. Usually, I spend my new year counting down. So I'll be staying awake, until 11:59. Then like, wait, 3, 2, 1, then send all the messages and receive all the messages. But last year, I was sick.
Hey, actually, I also sick because we celebrate my mom's birthday. She's the last person to celebrate her birthday. She's 31st December.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, really. So we had a celebration for her. Then after that, in the evening, I got sick. Then I was thinking, like, why am I sick? Then I got headache.
Why are you sick? Because your body cannot take it.
Yeah. So it's like I really spent the new year being in bed. Like yeah, I didn't even bother to watch any countdown or whatever.
Yeah, same. Like, I think I fell asleep at 11:30. Then I just slept all the way. So theoretically, right, the new year hasn't happened to me. So actually, I was supposed to meet my friend on the 1st of January. Then I totally ghosted on her.
You didn't tell her at all? Like you were not coming
I
out
didn't
on
even know that day was 1st of Jan. Then on 2nd of Jan, I asked her, hey, I thought we are meeting. Then she said, the day we are supposed to meet has already passed. And I'm like,
How come she never contact you?
She thought I was like busy or what.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
But maybe she happy lah. Okay, but anyway.
Is she listening?
Yeah, I guess. Hi, Alicia.
I still remember when I contacted you, I was like, hey, sorry, I didn't get back to you. I was sick. Then you were like, hey, I was also sick. We sick at the same time.
Yeah, it's not fun lah. Okay.
Yep. Okay, so what's today's topic?
So today's topic is when we are noobs.
Yes. So today we are going to be sharing a bit more about our experiences being noobs at different companies. Right?
Yeah. Because I think as long as you are working, you definitely had days where you are a newbie. Because when you join any new organization, there will be a noob period. So we thought like this period is quite relatable, and like there's definitely a lot of stories that we can share and we can learn. Yeah, next time if we are tasked to, help new joiners out, then it could also be a good resource for us lah.
I think we also thought of this topic basically because of the new year. So I've seen like on Instagram people posting on Instagram or wherever, I say new year, new me, new year, new me. I was thinking, oh, new year, newbie.
New year, newbie. Yeah, so what's the good thing about being a new joiner in a company?
I would say basically because when you are a new joiner or new hire, you are relatively excited and fresh of a new environment, meeting new people. You are literally like a sponge, right? Because you are soaking in everyone's vibe and all the company, value system or how the company works and all this. But at the same time, I feel that as a newbie, it can get overwhelming as well. Because there's so much for you to absorb, so many faces for you to remember, so many names. Yeah, so I would think as a newbie, it's a bit of excitement and overwhelming. I also think that it also depends on the company as well. What do you think? If it's like a small company, you don't have such a huge team to get to know or many departments. Because based on my experience last time when I was in a startup, when I first joined, it wasn't as overwhelming as me joining a bigger company. Because in a startup situation, you're just maybe getting to know the one CEO, one manager, one HR.
Yes.
It's just like one person in each department, sort of. That was how it was for me, like basically.
Yeah.
But then now that recently joining a big company, it's more like, okay, there's this whole department, there's this whole section I need to know. And I was like, okay, wow.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's like the size of the boundary is different. Like when you join a small company, you know that, okay, this is a sizable amount of stuff that I need to know, the sizable amount of people that I need to meet.
Yeah.
Like they are probably like all within my reach lah. But when you join a bigger organization, right, suddenly the boundary becomes so much bigger. Like you probably don't even know where the boundary lies.
Also, one thing I noticed that as a newbie, you might feel the need to want to impress your fellow teammates, your new the people that you are working with, because basically you feel the need to show them that, hey, I qualify to be here. Precisely.
Then everyone eyes on you. They are scrutinizing you.
Yeah.
As much as you are scrutinizing them also.
And you know that imposter syndrome thing will start to creep in, and you just sometimes question yourself, do I deserve to be here?
Oh yeah. Although you just got hired, right? It's like it is the best indication of your skill because you got hired to be here. Yet the irony is like, now you have to kind of prove yourself because you just went through that whole process of convincing them of your worth.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
I guess after talking about this, maybe we can share some stories
Yeah, sure.
of us recalling our days as a new joiner. One is our very wholesome story. So stories that make our hearts melt and make us feel like, oh, this is the right place, man. And then another part is horror stories. Ching ching ching.
Doesn't have to be a ghost story.
May or may not include spirits.
Okay.
So my wholesome story is actually my current company. I remember when I first joined, they actually prepared a tailored PowerPoint for me. I know that it's templated in a way, right?
Yeah. Maybe they just change your name.
Yeah, they did. But still, like, it's the small details there. They actually had the thought of doing that for a new joiner. So that already sets a very good first impression. Then what follows, I think really substantiate how well thought out the whole orientation is for me. The PowerPoint slide includes like, oh, this is the whole team, this is where you sit in a team, this is who you report to, and this is the team agreement. Yeah, the team agreement includes like life happens, please take leave when you need to.
Basically,
or your
like
family.
telling you how they work in a team, right? So that at least you can manage your expectations. What is expected of me being in this company and being in this team?
Yeah. Actually answers a lot of questions that you already have. The questions that it's very hard for you to get an answer just verbally. It's more of values. You know, when you first join a company, what you don't see outside, right, is the values of the people, the values of the team, the culture, and the interactions between the people. Like all these things are very hidden when you are assessing it, going through that whole interviewing process.
Yeah.
So I feel like this one is a very good way to really state your stance as a team to the new joiner. Then I think the new joiner will also feel like if they stand by what you stated, right, they will feel like they can be part of the team.
I mean, as an outside person looking in based on what you shared with me also, when I look at it, if I would put myself in your shoes, having that presentation slides presented to me, I would feel more inclined to like work hard. I would feel very motivated. Like I wake up in the morning, I can't wait to get to work because I feel like I belong, I feel needed, and I feel very welcome because like all these little details, they care to put aside time to even put it together just for me.
Yeah. And you know that they will do it to other new joiners. So like you kind of embody this same attitude of showing love to a new joiner and doing it to a next new joiner. It's like I feel this experience, I want to like pay it forward to the next new joiner. So I think like it's a very good way, like it's like a very cyclical thing.
Other than this PowerPoint slide, were there other things that they gave you?
So one good thing that they did is, apart from a design buddy, they also assign an engineering buddy. Yeah, because being designers, it's also good for you to know the technical side of things.
Yeah.
But as a new joiner, right, it's very hard for you to just suddenly approach a dev and
then
how are things being implemented?
I think this works because I mean even if they don't implement this buddy system, I think extrovert designers or designers who are very outspoken, they more or less will be more confident to approach people and just talk to them, talk to some engineers. But I think this works best for people who are introvert.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah. Especially since it is in a sort of way like it's already SOP. So you automatically will have someone to talk to in the engineering. So you don't have to worry. So you can learn more about how they work, how to work designers and the engineers work together, right? Yeah. I'm just curious, has there ever been a situation where someone don't like their buddy?
I'm pretty sure there will be, but they definitely don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, I heard of stories of people changing buddies. So I think that's the
okay.
closest sign that okay, maybe this buddy doesn't fit for them.
And this buddy is for life. Like you meet more for
Wow,
life as
high
in
commitment.
as in throughout your stay with the company, this buddy will be the same buddy with you throughout. Oh,
And
okay,
I guess it depends on the two person also. It's I guess it's up to them, or you want to carry on even after you are very well assimilated to the company already.
okay.
Yeah. Actually, my engineering buddy, he's still the one that I approach first when it comes to like very technical stuff.
Then maybe he can point the right person if you need more details. Something like that.
Yeah, he's my directory lah. Basically anything engineering related, and that is really thanks to having an engineering buddy assigned in the first place.
I don't know why I keep recalling like my childhood days, but I still remember last time in primary school, we used to have reading buddies.
Have you had one? More?
Yeah,
wow, all the memories are creeping back.
Right, so if you guys are Singaporeans and maybe some of you might still remember back in primary school, maybe some primary school have, but maybe some don't. But back in my primary school, we had this reading buddy. So what they do is they will assign a upper primary kid to a lower primary kid. So in the morning when you have your reading session, this lower primary kid who needs help in reading, he has a reading buddy. So at least every day the older kid is assisting this younger kid to read. Which I thought is quite nice. So when you told me about this designer buddy and engineering buddy, I automatically thought of a reading buddy.
Yeah. I think like the buddies is a very
buddy system.
Very underrated thing. Regardless of your age, even if you are very experienced, when you join a company, you are a new joiner, no doubt. Having someone to help you, to guide you through the ways of how things are worked in the organization, still will expedite your understanding.
In your opinion, would you think a buddy and a manager can be the same person?
Well, my immediate response is no.
Why do you say so?
Because I think manager still has that hierarchy.
Yeah.
But a buddy is more of a call a friend function.
It's
okay, I heard from my manager that I need to get from point A to point B, but I need some ropes in between.
So the buddy can
the
help
buddy
you.
is the one that stretch the hand out. It's like, here, like, take my hand. You know,
the manager is the one at the
flag there.
point B, right, holding the flag.
Yeah, it's like come,
lie,
find your ways.
Yes.
And the buddy is like, hey,
it's okay, I'm here to give you a helping hand.
Yeah, so I think a buddy is a very different vibe.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, I think a buddy is more like someone who, as a new hire, you feel less afraid to reach out to. A bit more laid back, more chill, you know.
Yeah. So I think like buddy is just so beneficial as I recall my days. Highly encouraged. What about you, Adila? What's your wholesome story as you recall your new joiner days?
For me, when I joined a startup, it wasn't that wholesome. It was more of, it was my first job, so that I had no prior experience to benchmark it against. So I just took it as it is. But when I joined a bigger company after that, everything was very efficient. Like I come in on the first day already, they have some stationery for me.
Like your starter kit.
Yeah, sort of something like that. And they even have my name cards printed already.
Oh, how does that make you feel? Like
I felt like, wow, this is so different from my experience working in a smaller company. Yeah. Then more recently, another big company I joined as well. They have the company orientation, and then the design team orientation. So I had to be aware of what on the company level, what are the policies, what are the different things I need to know, their culture and all this. And then on the group design level, how they work things, how they work things out, how is the process like, what Slack system and all this, and all that. So it was a huge difference for me. Yeah, trying to understand that. So during my first day, I still remember when people ask me, so how are you? I will just say, hanging there. And then the following day, right, they'll ask me, so how are you adjusting to the new role? Better than yesterday. I'll just say that.
Like, it can only go up from here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because the longer you stay, the more familiar you are with things, right? So that's the only thing you can do. Yeah, I'm getting better. I'm understanding better. What I like about yours was a PowerPoint slide was prepared for you, but for mine was I had to prepare my own, and then I had, yeah. So I
they
had
throw
to
it back to you.
yeah. So basically, because they have this monthly like gathering for designers, so that's where usually they will have a slot for new hires to introduce themselves. So that's where you got the spotlight for a while, and all eyes are on you, and you're supposed to present yourself. Yeah, so that was a unique experience for me, because I've never done that in any of the other companies I've joined. So that's one good thing. And then also, last time there wasn't such a thing called design operations. I think only lately there's such a thing called design operations, right? Yeah. So in this current company, it's more like when you first join, this person she is the main design operations person that you can ask anything design related, whether it's access to your Figma account or Slack, design related lah, not HR related. That's one cool thing lah. That I like.
At least there's someone that you know you can approach when it comes to logistics for
yes,
design.
for designer. Yeah, correct. Yeah, at least you know that you are so-called taken care of. Even though it's not as personalized as how yours was, but at least there's one person that designated for this role lah. Yeah, that's what I like. Yeah, I like that they also include optional things like creative days. Creative days is normally like, for example, maybe do pottery, or maybe ice cream making. I've heard of one before. Yeah, so that's some of the good ones are. And one more thing also, the fact that we are all working hybrid. So in the Slack channel also, they have this, I think it's a bot lah. I think they call it Donut.
Oh, Donut! Yes, yes, we
so
have as well.
they will randomly pair you out with someone per week, and then you get to know the other person. So there has been times where I will actually get to know this person who I have already spoken to before in person. Anyway, but having them being partnered with them on Slack, at least I can talk to them a bit more, chat a bit more. Yeah, so that's nice.
How useful do you think Donut is?
It's useful in a sense because you get to know people who you might not be in person, because the person might be working from home, and you are also working from home, or maybe you don't really, your timing doesn't clash, so you don't meet in office. Yeah, so, and also because I like that they have this conversation starter.
Oh, okay, like prompts.
Yeah, conversation prompts.
I see.
So sometimes I'll just, when I don't really know what to talk about, I just use that.
So how does it work? I've seen the bot, but I've never used it.
So what happens is, the bot will select a few people to introduce you to, but then they go by round. So maybe they will say, oh, this round you have not been included. Maybe your turn will be the next round. Yeah, they have a certain limit for number of people. And say, oh, hi Adila, for this week you've been paired with this person.
Okay.
You can get started talking.
And the two of you will PM on Slack, is it?
Yes, DM on Slack. And then at the end of the week, right, Donna will ask you, have you gotten in touch with this person?
Oh wow, you see that? Wow.
They will like
they
will check and track lah, I guess. Yeah, so if let's say, then at the very start, you can choose to either want to start the conversation or you want to skip this round. Maybe you don't have time, right? So at the end of the week, they'll ask, oh, did you manage to chat with this person? Then you can say like, oh, didn't get to. Then maybe they will take note of this name, and
then the donut will say, then you do not use my service.
That is such a angry bot.
Why do you think they call it donut?
I have no idea. I've never thought of questioning,
Circle, is it like because you loop you in with another person? But then why donut?
Should be like what, hello?
Actually I do not know.
Stop it lah.
we have our fair share of wholesome stories. On the flip side, any horror stories as you recall your newbie days?
Let me think. Okay, mine isn't really a horror story. Mine was more of a like interesting story, I guess. So back when I was working in a startup, there was one time where I didn't go for lunch. It's not like they tell me you cannot go for lunch. The story is that I just so happened I didn't go for lunch. I think it was maybe fasting month or something. And then I had my boss who he is quite hot tempered. But when he's hot tempered, right, he tends to be a bit shouty.
Oh, he raised his voice, is it?
Yeah, he raised his voice a lot, and then he has this burst of anger or frustration.
Okay.
I was considered new, but not so new as in maybe just a few months new lah. But I was already familiar myself with how he is. Yeah. So there was one time I stayed back for lunch. Yeah. So there was a call on the office phone, so I just pick it up. So thinking that maybe it's some delivery, someone want to ask for something.
There's a ghost!
No! It was
literally horror story. sorry,
you just made me
go ahead.
surprised, you know.
Jump scare.
Yeah, you are.
Sorry, go ahead.
So what happened was it was actually my boss, and he was shouting over the phone. Yeah.
Okay.
I was told to me I thought I did something wrong. So he was shouting over the phone about something, only to realize that I was the one who answered the phone.
Okay.
Then after that he asked me, where is so and so and so? Then I'm like, they are out for lunch. You know, being new and meek. My boss was yeah. I was really very surprised. But at the same time I sort of was mentally ready because I know, this shouting person is my boss.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, but it was still to me horrifying because like, you have to be shouted over the phone suddenly.
Yeah.
And you are new and you are new to the job and all this, right? Yeah. So then I was like, they are away for lunch. Then he was like, okay, never mind. He slammed on the phone. And I was just like, okay, what just happened?
I'm out.
Yeah. But then the funny thing was, what happened after that was he immediately called back. When he called back, then he just said, then suddenly he wasn't shouting. He just said, sorry Adila, I'm not angry with you. It wasn't directed to you. Okay, bye. Wow, that was really very surprising.
Okay, it's a horror story turned wholesome.
Yes.
At least he has that sensitivity to call back and tell you about it.
And the thing is, I totally never put any expectations on him to apologize at all because I thought it's just normal for him to be like that. Yeah. So, is that a horror story? I guess not.
Ish lah. I think if given someone who is really new, right, maybe doesn't even know that the boss has such traits.
Yeah.
Then I would say it's quite a bad first impression, right?
Yeah,
like, wow,
sort of.
like, who is this person?
Yeah. How's your horror story? Do you see a ghost? That was my meek attempt at scaring you.
Okay, I have one. It's really quite horrendous lah. Now that I think of it, so I haven't joined a company yet. So like my slated day one is on, let's say, mid-August, like 15th of August. But on the 13th of August, I received an email from the project manager telling me that these are the things that you need to read up on before you come to work.
Wow.
Because you will be starting your work on this project on day one. Yeah, so you need to read up on this. Like, these are the background context in these 2 days. But I haven't even started work.
Yeah. There's not like proper onboarding yet, orientation, all this.
There's no proper onboarding. So the first touch that I had after I passed the interview and I accepted the offer was this. Yeah. So to me, it's like, wow, I haven't even assimilated myself into the company. And I already received work-related stuff before my day one. Okay, to me it's fine because I was on a break. But some people may time so that their day one is right after their last day of work. So they don't even have time to, like, rightfully, they are still working for the previous company. So they have all the rights not to do anything related to the new company before day one.
Yeah, precisely. I mean, technically, if you go by law or you go by black and white, you are so-called contracted to the new company only on this certain date.
Yeah.
Only start on that date lah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, when I asked around, this practice is quite
Oh.
common.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like
in
people
this
will say-
company or what?
Oh, sorry. Okay, no. Like in Singapore, like just
okay,
with the
okay.
people that I ask around lah, it is quite common that they will just send across materials for you and expecting you to start reading before your day one. Like some companies may, I don't know, cause I'm thinking like from the point of the company, right? They may think that okay, it's quite efficient of us to do that. You know, like some pre-read material. But from the perspective of a new joiner, I think it's
From the user experience of a new hire, it's not
Yeah.
ideal. Yeah.
yeah, it's not the best way to ease this person into the new job. I
Yeah.
would say. Yeah, so that's my horror story. No ghosts as well. Yeah.
No go. So what are the things that you would really appreciate based from all these experiences that you shared?
So something that I think that will make the onboarding experience from A to A plus, I think is because I like the design and engineering buddy. I would think it will be best if I get a business buddy also. So I get the
I almost thought you were gonna say they become bestie.
I would think it's best that we all become life best friends.
Also, you mean having a business? Yeah, I think that's
like a triad, right?
cross-functional lah, basically.
Like the cross-functional. So I get perspective from design, engineering, and a business side. Yeah. Then I get almost like the full picture of the product and also the organization. So I think that would really help. Yeah. Although I don't know about the commitment level, because actually having two buddies is quite a lot of interacting already.
Yeah, quite true. Yeah, so then also depends on the company whether there's enough people to have buddies.
True. I guess like logistics have to settle also.
Yeah.
But from just purely from a selfish new joiner point of view, right?
Yes.
It will be nice. Like if I have like, doors to behind the scenes for all three angles. Yeah. Apart from introducing me to the team, I think what would be nice is really telling me like these are the types of designers in the team. And this is where we think you fit in.
Okay. Is types of designers as in their way of working or?
Okay, this like let's say we have a team of 6 designers.
Yeah.
Then maybe we have 2 content. 2
Okay,
designers
okay.
focus on content. 2 are more like very strong in research. Then one that is very good in interaction, animation, whatever. I prefer them to tell me this is the landscape of the skill sets
of the
in
designers.
the design team, and this is where you fit in. So
Okay.
like, okay, we have like this range of designers, and then we think that you fit in well because you have an eye for strategy, something like that. So you at least know like your value in the team, and you also know like, let's say if there's anything related to content, then you know who to approach. Yeah, I think this is something that is missing throughout my career. Like I don't think I have seen something like that.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, for me basically what I would really appreciate was having that partner buddy that you were saying. This one I learned from you lah, because I mean apart from my manager, I used to have a teammate. She left now because her contract finished, but she was very key for me to understanding more about the team and then adjusting better to how the things work in the workplace. Yeah, so I think having the buddy will be great. For now, basically, I find that the business side of things also, normally I would have to ask questions by myself. So having a buddy in engineering, in business, in design would be really great lah. And also, I really like having like a more detailed onboarding checklist guide. Yeah, the one that I saw before was on a Notion page, but it was more of like a template. So I think I like the way how the one that you shared, how they put it in PowerPoint slide format, and then you see it like step by step, so you know like what to focus on first and all this .
Yeah, I think a checklist will be nice. At least you know that these are the things that you need to do. Are you the kind that you cannot leave the checklist unchecked one? Like you have the tendency to really tick things
I was actually like that. I was actually looking for looking for like some form of validation. Okay, within 1 week, what are the things I need to be clearing already.
Oh yeah. Like some sort of progression, right?
Yeah. Because when for me the experience was, okay, you have to get all this done, A, B, C, D, E. But then in terms of arranging it, the hierarchy, the which to prioritize on, I had to figure it out on my own. So let's summarize whatever that we have shared so far. So one takeaway I would think of is please be polite to newbies, because newbies can be quite hypersensitive to the vibe of the workplace. What do you think, Hsuan?
I agree. As new joiners, you are just so freshly into the new space. Everything to you is a data point.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
The way you are being treated is also a data point to yourself. Like, why when they go to lunch, right, and then they didn't ask me?
Yeah.
Then you'll just feel like, wow, these people, do they even know how a new joiner feels?
Yeah.
It may sound a bit like entitled. So, yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, sometimes when I say this, I don't know if I'm being entitled as a new joiner. Like, okay lah, you mature enough, right? You can go and get your own lunch, right? Why do you need people? Like, the devil part of me will say this. But the angel part of me will be like, you are a new joiner, so people need to be a bit nicer to you.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
New joiners are very, like, they are very raw. Like when they are being scarred, right, it's really very deep one.
Secondly, body is really super crucial. That's what we've been talking about so far. That's what Hsuan has been sharing.
The analogy of the flag and the helping.
Yeah. That's really funny. And what's last?
I think small details matter. Yeah, small but thoughtful details. Let's say you have to come to the office a lot. Coming out with a list of like good food and coffee around your office.
Yeah, that'd be
like
nice.
All this,
actually.
right, is like it's very sentimental.
Yeah,
and then it really warms the cockles of my heart.
You know what I did? Like a few days before my first day, I actually went down to Recce, the office space, just to find where I can go find good food, good halal food. Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
That was what I did. Because I was just that excited to join, and at the same time I was just that keen to know like my space. So because I feel that I want to get a feel of the space. I want to know, okay, if I want to go here, I should
really recce.
Yeah, I really recce, really.
Got understand the fire exit or not?
No lah.
If fire break out,
not to the extent lah. So like 3 days. 3 days before my first day, I was free, so I went down. So what I did was I even estimated, okay, what time I should be going out. I pretended like I was going to work, so I went out at 8 o'clock.
Oh, so
and then,
cute.
Really? Because I want to know, okay.
So cute.
So I went out 8 o'clock. I want to get to know, okay, so this is how it feels like taking the bus. This is the crowd. And then, okay, so I tap. Okay, so I wait. I was as if I'm going to work, but it wasn't my first day yet. Yeah. I did all that, Yeah, I was that Kiasu.
Kiasu, yeah. Absolutely Singaporean. But how would you feel if like they prepared you a list of like, hey, these are the halal
of course
things
it will be great. Yeah. I actually went to, so we have 2 office spaces, so I went to the one on the east side, and then another designer who was there was willing enough to show me around during lunchtime, so that was good lah. Yeah, so that was good.
It's really thoughtful lah, right?
Yeah,
it really
precisely.
like someone looks through the whole experience of a new joiner, and then they try to sprinkle some love in between. I think that is the part, like, it's very hard to explain it.
Yeah,
I guess examples are the best ways for us to substantiate what it means.
This will make like a very good, I don't know, playbook or workbook, that sort of thing. A good user experience for new hires.
Yeah, it's like, imagine like, let's celebrate with some coffee, and here are the list of cafes that are near the office. It's just like, wow, a gift that keeps giving.
Okay, so
Alright.
we have come to the end, almost the end. So now we're gonna proceed to our last section of our podcast, which is the good things must share. Good terms.
2023, still got terms. Still have.
Yes, of course.
My Gatem is this website called TOSDR. Yeah, so there's TLDR, right?
Yeah.
Too long didn't read. Yeah, so this is the same concept but for terms of service. Yeah, so it's built on the biggest lie we never read the service agreement.
Yeah.
Always like then we tick the box at the end that says I've read the agreement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you don't know what you have subscribed yourself to. Yeah. So this one, right, is almost like a public service. Instead of like very jarring legal terms, they actually summarize it into bite-sized layman terms.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
So let's say Facebook.
Yeah.
Then they'll tell you like Facebook stores your data,
Oh,
whether you have an account or not.
deleted content is not really deleted.
Yeah.
Wow.
But all this is being phrased
Differently.
in jargons in a service
I
agreement. So what they
see.
do is they just break it down like, it's like explain like I'm 5,
Meaning that they break it down to layman lah.
Yeah. I actually spent a lot of time just reading through it. So DuckDuckGo
nice.
is like a browser that a lot of my developer friends like to use. I never understood why until I came to TOSDR.
DuckDuckGo is what? Is a browser?
It's a browser.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
Unlike Chrome, it does not track you at all.
I see.
Yeah, so all these things like what the product will do is broken down to you in very layman terms, so you understand what you are getting from the service lah. So this is my good lobang.
Okay, one thing that I can think of my term is basically this service that I just used recently called YOLO Foods.
YOLO Foods, like YOLO.
Yes. So YOLOfoods.com. I don't know whether it's .sg or not. YOLOfoods.sg. So basically for like on days where you are too busy to cook for yourself a meal, right? You can order this and then they will deliver it to you.
Okay.
You can even specify on which date, to which address you want to send. As well.
And every day has different menus?
Yeah,
or?
they already have a set menu that they will share, and then at the same time you can choose to you want to have lunch and dinner or either one, and then you can even say okay, you are on a weight loss plan, and then they will tell you how many calories will it be and all that. Yeah, so I guess it's not related to design or anything useful, but it saves time for busy designers like me. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how's the food?
The food is really good. I mean, I was quite surprised. Not like chef taste
gourmet,
good lah, but it's more like it's still better than like eating from 7-Eleven. Instant food.
Wow, that's a very low bar to compare. Okay.
Yeah. So and the thing is you can freeze this food as well, and they are healthy.
So it comes fresh.
Yes, it comes fresh.
Okay.
So you can either you just reheat it and then you eat it, or you can just freeze it and then you can eat it another day. Yeah.
And the price is reasonable. I would say.
It's quite reasonable. I've known about them for like a few months back, but I didn't really give it a try. So only recently I gave it a try and I thought it's quite useful. Like sometimes you just when you open the food app and then you don't know what to order. I face that sometimes. Like
this is a good
this is a good alternative. Yeah, but it's just that this one you have to pre-plan ahead lah. You have to know whether you are maybe you have a busy week coming up. Maybe you can consider doing this. Yeah, this is not a sponsored episode, guys. I'm just sharing it because it's good.
But you can try quoting KSDL and see what happens. The website will be like, what the heck is this?
Or you can like maybe if you sign up and then you take Instagram post and you just tag us so we know that okay you got our recommendation.
But it's something that I'll look forward to. If I know that the next day this thing is coming to my house, I will be looking forward to the next day.
The reason why I was I bought onto this idea is because of my confinement food meals last time. Yeah. So when during my maternity, I had confinement food coming in every day. So that was one of the things that I look forward to because I know they are tasty and they are healthy.
Yeah. Right. That's a very good things must share. Very good thing must share.
Good terms.
That's a good term.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have come to the end of this
today's episode. Yes.
First episode of 2023. How do you feel?
Excited.
Actually, we have a lot of exciting things coming.
Yes.
Your way.
We do have things planned. So if things work out, and then we will share a bit more in upcoming episodes.
Yep. In the meantime, everyone take care.
Yep. Be safe. Take care. See you guys in our next episode. Bye.